Risk sentiments were boosted strongly by the solid Italian bond auctions yesterday, which showed that investor confidence was still there in spite of the inconclusive election. The Dow Jones jumped 175 points and closed back above the 14,000 level at 14,075. The S&P 500 also rose 19 points and closed back above 1,500 at 1,516. The dollar was broadly lower on risk appetite. Note that euro-dollar was back above 1.31 in the Asian session and is holding well above the 1.3 key level. There was some stabilization, but there is no indication of a reversal, and risk remains on the downside as long as it stays below 1.33. Euro's recovery in euro sterling is so far corrective looking. And indeed the Australian dollar followed the risk rally, and euro Aussie has indeed weakened today. So overall the euro seems still vulnerable to another sell-off. European Central Bank President Draghi said that the Eurozone economy is still weak, but he's optimistic that the accommodative monetary policy will help drive a gradual recovery in 2013. He also expects that the central bank will not remove policy stimulus anytime soon, as inflation would significantly undershoot its 2% target in 2014. Meanwhile, he also said that the benefits of the painful actions of austerity have not yet materialized, and the economic adjustment is coming at a heavy social cost. But he emphasized that austerity is for doing their own benefits, and urged that reforms must continue. This was somewhat an indirect response to the inconclusive elections in Italy. In Japan, Prime Minister Abe formally nominated Asian Development Bank President Kuroda as the next Bank of Japan governor to succeed Shirakawa. Iwata, a professor, and Nakazo, a Bank of Japan executive director, were nominated as deputy governors. The Japanese yen weakened mildly today on risk rebound and on expectation that the team of Kuroda will pursue aggressive easing when then come on board. And there would be eye-catching measures like buying risk assets or bonds on a large scale. But it should be noted that the yen should have exhausted selling in the near term, and we expect more consolidation ahead in March and probably before Kuroda's first Bank of Japan meeting in April. In the U.S., the market is awaiting a meeting between top congressional leaders and President Obama on measures to handle sequester, that is about $85 billion in spending cuts that will begin on March 27. Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke continued to defend the Fed's open-ended bond buying program in the second day of his testimony to Congress. He downplayed the signs of internal divisions and emphasized that he has the support on quantitative easing from a significant majority of Fed officials. On the data front, New Zealand building permits dropped 0.4% month-on-month in January. Australian new home sales rose 4.2% month-on-month in January. Japanese PMI manufacturing improved to 48.5 in February. Industrial production rose 1% month-on-month in January, and housing starts rose 5% year-on-year in January. UK GFK